It's been described as the centerpiece of President Obama's Asia strategy and possibly the world's biggest free trade deal. Observers say the success of the Trans-Pacific Partnership rides on the president's widely watched visit to Asia this week. The Trans-Pacific Partnership, otherwise known as the TPP, is an ambitious trade agreement that, if successful, would largely eliminate trade barriers for a dozen countries. In all, they represent 40% of the world's GDP. But in reality, the real heavy lifting lies with the group's two biggest economies, Japan and the U.S. And while the deal has been in the works for years, Obama and his Japanese counterpart Shinzo Abe aren't expected to hash out a final agreement this week. There are far too many sticking points. For one, the White House is dealing with a skeptical Congress. The administration says the TPP would create more jobs and points to estimates that find the U.S. could net $78 billion from the deal. And supporters see it as a way to strengthen ties with U.S. allies in the region and weaken China's influence. But David Pilling and Sean Donnan at the Financial Times explain many critics see it as a giant corporate power grab. Others as a U.S. geopolitical exercise in Asian re-engagement, gussied up, and free trade clothing. Some of the most vocal opposition is coming from within Obama's own party. Many Democrats have opposed legislation giving the White House the power to fast-track deals like this. Part of the problem, the Washington Post's Jamie Fuller notes, the TPP is too big for members of Congress to get a grasp on. Think of it like an omnibus bill in Congress, where a bunch of the treaty's drafters get to toss in pork to keep their constituencies happy. No one is completely happy when an omnibus bill is passed. Same deal here. Even if the president did have the full backing of Congress, Japan and the U.S. still need to find common ground when it comes to market access. Tokyo wants to keep tariffs on certain agricultural products, and Washington wants to retain its auto tariffs. Each side is asking the other to be more flexible. Analysts don't expect Obama or Abe to break the deadlock in this week's meeting. Instead, in May, negotiators for all 12 countries involved will meet for a round of negotiations in Vietnam. For Newsy, I'm Elizabeth Hagedorn, multiple sources, a broader view.